From India, everybody. Hey, my man in the golfer cap, the dude walking away. Hold on. Let's just talk about Lawrence for a second. He said, you ever seen Pimps and Hoes? And this dude just went, not on the streets, it's on TV now. Holy shit, guys. Lawrence was talking a lot about relationships. I'm also going to talk about that. It's so weird. I feel like I date the craziest people. I feel like after his anal sex toy thing, we can get dirty, so I'm gonna get dirty, alright? I'm dating this girl. She's actually my girlfriend as of like a few days ago. I saved her name originally in my phone as Tyler Durden. Because the first time we had sex, she said, I want you to hit me as hard as you can. That's fucked up. I hit her so hard one day, the next day I felt bad, and I texted her and I was like, hey, did you bruise? And she just responded back, no, sad face. She was hanging out with me at my house. I have a lot of computers at my house, and she found these zip ties, and she just ran up to me and said, you know the way to my heart. And I love it. How fucked up is that? Before that, did some online dating. I don't know how I feel about online dating. I've done every echelon. There's like 3 tiers of online dating. You know, top level, OkCupid, you fill out some questionnaire, it makes you find your soulmate. Turns out my soulmate's a 4'2", 600-pound girl that likes the same comic books I do. So I was like, fuck that. Dropped down to Tinder. Tinder's a little better. I know everybody knows of Tinder now. If you don't, you know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover? That's all you do. They show you a picture, you have to choose yes or no. You can read their biographies, and that's what I do, so I'm trying to find my soulmate. But then I just get drunk and I turn into Lil Wayne and just start going like, yes, 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 like at a strip club, just make it a rain on my sadness. But like, met this girl on, what's the lower one? Craigslist. So I met this girl on Craigslist. And she said, look, I have a husband, I'm just trying to fuck. He's into it as long as you send him a picture. And I was like, I'm not gonna send him a picture from my phone number because he sounds like a weirdo. But it's not the first open relationship I've ever ruined. So like, she's like, I just wanna fuck. And that's like getting a Nintendo 64 on Christmas when you were too embarrassed to ask your parents because you knew they were broke, but it just showed up. I just went, oh really? But in my mind I was going like, yes! You know? So she goes, look, I'll blow you, but I can't swallow because I have extraordinary taste buds. And I was like, hold up. If you had extraordinary taste, we wouldn't be having this conversation. It's the day I realized she lied to me. We went back to my place, we're doing what we do, she licked my ass. And I was like, extraordinary taste buds, my ass. You know? And I wanted to call her on it, but I couldn't. All I said was, that was amazing, we should hang out on Tuesday. Oh, yeah. Like my whole life comes down to relationships and my dad, and we'll get to my dad, don't worry. But first, let's talk about this. I dated a girl. I live in downtown Phoenix. I live in kind of a shitty neighborhood. I dated a girl that lived in Scottsdale. Way different. Like, I'm used to dating girls I meet on the bus, you know? If you guys don't know, I like really dirty girls, like the type of girls that buy all their clothes from Spare Halloween store. Just fishnets and fake cop uniforms. Thanks, it's my birthday, you know what I mean? And I don't know if you know this, but the bus is like Match.com for white trash chicks. Like, I don't even introduce myself, I just go, how many kids? Cool, let's hang out, you know? But like, dating a girl from Scottsdale, way different. The first thing I noticed, her bashes, completely different than my bashes. I walked into her bashes, a dude handed me a flower, and they were playing Mozart. It was beautiful. My bashes, there's a guy with no shoes holding up a broken iPhone 4 playing Welcome to the Jungle. I really like this girl. She was nice. Like, I'm a scumbag. I know I'm wearing my nice shirt for you guys, but like, normally I'm a scumbag. She was a ballerina. I had to tell my friends that she was a dancer because if I said ballerina, they'd make fun of me. Yeah, and I liked her a lot. And then I realized she's not as smart as I thought she was, you know? We were having sex, and she's on top. And I was like, babe, I'm about to come. By the way, no condoms, I don't use them. I tried once, my dick just looked at me and went, I don't want to do this. You know, so no more condoms. So like, I'm like, babe, I'm about to come. And she goes, oh, you should pull out. And I was like, oh, sweetie. You don't know how being on top works. I'm on a memory foam mattress, I know where to go. So now I have a son, his name's Dylan. I'm lying, I had $600. I was real supportive though. I was like, hey, we'll get through this. I get paid on Friday. I'm sorry, the forced pregnancy thing's cool, but abortion off limits? Either way, it's ruining somebody's life, you know? Yeah, like, I liked her. I write jokes about girls I date. That's why they're not here tonight. And I wrote a joke about Snapchat. Not the most important thing in the world, you know? I wrote like 10 jokes. I did the, you're on top, you don't know how being on top works joke. She loved it. I did this joke that I'm gonna do for you right now. I said, girls, figure out how to communicate. If I text you and I say, hey, do you want to hang out on Saturday? I'll accept a yes. I'll even accept a no. But I don't accept a Snapchat picture of your dog. Don't know what that means, you know? He was smiling, so I think we're on. So I did that joke in front of her. And I get off stage, and she's like, hey. And I'm like, hey, what'd you think? And she was like, I really love the Bashes stuff. And I was like, cool. What'd you think about the Snapchat joke? And she said, Michaela liked it more than I did. Michaela's her friend that knows she Snapchats way too much. So like, the next few days, all she did was Snapchat me responses to every text I sent to her. The last one was her doing a peace sign while she blew a dude. So I felt like that was the end of it, you know? Yeah, like I said, I rode the bus a lot for a long time. And I blame my father, blame my dad. Everybody blames their dad for something, I blame my dad for everything. So like, let me explain my dad to you. He's like this tall, long blonde hair, muscular as fuck, covered in tattoos. He looks like Hulk Hogan if Hulk Hogan was like, fuck WrestleMania, brother, let's do meth. He's a biker. I call him every Tuesday and say, thanks for ruining Sons of Anarchy for me. But like, he gave me a piece of advice. He said, hey, if you're going anywhere in life, you're probably riding the bus. And what I do now, you know? The bus is a weird place. The bus is like a museum for everybody that's ever fucked up. Like, I saw a 300-pound white guy in a ripped shirt that said sexy is my second language. One day, waiting for the bus, headphones in, eyes down, because I know the rules. I just heard this dude go. This guy just goes, you think this is a fucking game? And I was like, oh, I'm not playing that game. Then he said, this ain't a game, I would kill my own mama. I had to look up. I had to see who he was arguing with. It had to be something personal, I was guessing. Looked up, he's arguing with the bus stop. Just straight at the bus stop. Then he turned and looked at me. And I'm a comic, I can talk a lot, but I can't fight for shit. So I just started agreeing with him. I was like, I hope you kill that bitch. I heard she ironed her jeans and they shrunk. You know? That's one thing you see on the bus a lot. Dude just talking to himself for no reason. And all I want to do is give him my old Nokia cell phone. Because I can't do shit with him to play Snake, but it'll change his life. You see a dude on a cell phone going, oh, I can't believe that bitch cheated on me. I'm going to kill her and the dude she's with. You go, oh, I wonder who he's talking to. No cell phone saying the same thing. You go, oh, I wonder what stop he's getting off at. That's the same dude that when there's only 2 people on the bus, he sits right next to you and starts touching you. And you're like, there's 96 seats here. What are you doing? I call him molesty homeless guy. Like, he doesn't look like he can pay the $2 to get on the bus, but he has a beer with him as well. Like, you are an entrepreneur, sir. Like I said, I date girls, ride the bus. You know? Or I did for a while. And it's cool, but scheduling is a bitch. I have to be like, look, you take the 19 to the 22, I'm gonna take the light rail. We're gonna watch a movie, but we gotta be out of there by 3 or I'm not making it home. And then her brother or baby's daddy, somebody that's fucking her that's not me, like, picks her up and I gotta walk through the city like a fucked up version of the Warriors. Just clinking 2 bus passes together like masturbation, come out and play. weeks and then it kind of goes to shit because you still have to see her every day. Like you work together, but you know she doesn't have a job, you know? And then one day you see her sitting next to a molesting homeless man and he's touching her. And you're like, good. That's what she gets. She broke my heart, that's what she deserves. But then the jealousy starts coming out a little bit, and you're like, oh, I remember when he used to touch me like that. Like I said, I rode the bus for quite a while. Don't anymore most of the time. Now I have friends that give me rides. But like, I started making money. And they made me realize like, money changes you as a person. You know, it does. First thing I did, I got rid of all my fucking roommates. I was like, oh, Lisa's up, I'm out of here, good luck guys. You know, like, and one of my roommates was my best friend. I used to get off of work, we used to have these great conversations, and I miss him so much. But I miss his TV so much more. I realized I own no living room furniture whatsoever. You know how weird it is to bring a girl home when you don't have living room furniture? You have to pretend like you just got robbed. You just walk in like, oh no, they took everything. She's like, call the cops. I'm like, they took my phone. She's like, you can use mine. I'm like, they took yours too, they're so crafty. Like, I'm finally able to masturbate in every room, I just have nothing to sit on while I do it. So weird. Yeah. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I have a heart condition, which makes it weird. I fucking drink a lot, so I don't care. But I can't smoke weed. I don't know if anyone will admit to smoking weed in here. We are in Chandler. Oh, of course, the dude with the beard and tattoos. Yeah.
Totally.
You didn't have to raise your hands, I can smell it. But like, my best friend, he's always trying to get me high, and I can't, I freak out. And if I don't freak out, I do dumb shit when I'm high. You know, real dumb stuff. But he's always trying to convince me, and he does it the corniest way. He's always like, it's Friday, you ain't got shit to do. And I'm like, first off, it's Wednesday. Second, I'm at work. Third, how did you get in here? You know? But occasionally I want to recreate my youth. I used to smoke, you know? So I'm like, cool, let's do this. We smoke. 15 minutes later, I start freaking out. I'm just like, Sean! My heart's beating so fast. But he's cool. He's like, don't worry, bro. Happens to everybody when you're robbing a liquor store. The hard thing that's real, October 2013, I had a heart attack, like a minor one. I was 29 years old. It's fucked up. My doctor, he said, look, there's a few things you have to change about your life. First, you drink a lot. 2 drinks a night. I've had 6, because I'm an overachiever. Second thing, this is the most fucked up, he said, you have to avoid caffeine. No. I'm a grown-ass man. I'll either do caffeine or I won't do it. There's no avoiding it. Like, who? I'm never at a party like, oh shit guys, I gotta go, caffeine's coming. You know, like, it's not an abusive ex-girlfriend. Her name's Jennifer. And I'm glad she's not here, she is hard. It's weird, like the hard thing, everything, like my whole life is one big like conundrum. I love comic book movies. Like I love comic books, I love comic book movies, to the point that when a comic book movie comes out, my friends will call me and be like, hey, what'd you think of Captain America 2? And I'm like, dude, it's 1 a.m. And he's like, yeah, I knew you saw the midnight showing. And I'm like, yeah, you can read the review on my blog later. But they do, they ask me, what'd you think? What'd you think about Captain America? And I'm like, I think I need to work out more. That dude is ripped. I told him, in a year, I'm gonna look just like Captain America. It's been a year, I still look like Middle America. I love comic books. I love Batman the most. Like, I have a Batman wallet because I'm a 30-year-old with no fucking goals in life. But like, I love Batman so much, and my friend asked me one day, he goes, hey, why do you love the Batman movies so much? And I'm like, because they're so realistic. They shoot it like a crime movie, he's just wearing a suit. And he goes, yeah, wouldn't it be great if Captain America was shot like that? And I was like, no, that'd be a bad idea. He's like, why? I'm like, Captain America was frozen in the 40s. Thought out in 2011. if it was a realistic movie, the first scene would be him at a McDonald's going, "So we eat with them now?" Where's their watermelons? You know, like, and I don't want to see that. Despite what you think by my haircut, I'm not racist. I can't be. The one good thing, let me explain my dad to you a little bit. Horrible gambling problem. I thought a pawn shop's where you put your TV when the electricity got cut off till I was 16. Yeah? He, not a good man. He used to hit me. You ever hear the phrase, if you want to act like a man, I'll punch you in the face like a man? When you were 5? Don't worry guys, he wasn't talking about me. He was talking to my mom. Not a good guy. Not a good guy at all. He used to wake me up in the middle of the night. He was a criminal. Just biker criminal guy. He'd wake me up in the middle of the night, like, grab your stuff, we're going. I just grab a backpack full of Ninja Turtles, get the fuck off, you know? But now, as an adult, it affects me. Because as soon as my lease is up, I'm like, leave the furniture, we'll get more, you know? And we don't, that's why I sleep on a futon. But like, he did a lot of shitty things, but the one good thing he did is prevent me from being racist. He did that by marrying a Mexican woman when I was 9. He made my godparents black. Whatever you make godparents, I don't know, I'm not religious, you know? My whole life, fried chicken and Selena, I loved it. I can tell half of you guys know what fried chicken is and nobody knows who Selena is. That's J-Lo. J-Lo played her in a movie. But yeah, so he made me anti-racism. I can't be racist, which is weird, because when you start making money, like I said, it changes you as a person. 2008, I was hoping for change. I was like, yo, you got any change? Yeah, like, 2012, all right, I was like, yes, we can! 2013, I started making money, and the first thing I said is, I would like to see his birth certificate. Not racist though, that's Republican. There's a difference. Like I said, I hate racism, I do. Despite what you just heard, I hate it. And I'm always afraid I'm accidentally gonna be racist, you know? Because you can accidentally say some racist things. I agree with the guy that was being racist one day. We were standing in line at a Circle K, Mexican guy in the front, he's paying, taking a sweet time. Guy in front of me looks at me and goes, I go, yeah. And I was like, holy shit. You have a swastika tattooed on your neck. Like, didn't realize that at first, sir. I am not agreeing with what you say. I do not want your pamphlets. So you can accidentally be racist, and that's the thing that freaks me out the most. One day, riding around in a car with my friend Dede. I don't think I have to tell you what color he is based on his name. He's Jewish, you racist. He's not, he's black. We're driving around, he's high, I'm drunk. We're listening to rap music, and it's my favorite type of music in the whole world. And I want to sing along, but I can't. If I was in my own car, or on the bus, I can sing along, but I can't. I go, Dave, what should I say when that word comes up? And he just looks at me and goes, what word, Rob? Guns? I'm like, quit fucking with me, you know what word. And he goes, I don't know, Rob. Say something soft. Say clouds. You know? And I'm like, clouds, are you high? And he just goes, fucking clouds, that's the word he said. He got real Farrakhan on me real quick, you know? So I'm doing my part. Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. The cloud got in the back because he's brown. And for those that don't get that, that's NWA. Cloud with attitude. And he looks at me, most sober moment of the night, and goes, that sounds real nice, Rob. I hope that catches on. And I'm like, I don't. Because I got white friends. Not a lot, 3 of them. And statistically, that means one of them's racist, you know? And I don't want to text one of them one day and be like, yo, what's the club looking like tonight? And they just text me back, oh, dude, don't come. It's awfully cloudy in here. That's been my time on Rob, baby.
Rob, maybe everybody.